lick.
Welcome everybody to the JP Show. Yes, we're back, baby. We're back. A brand new episode of the JP Show. This is season 3, episode 5. Yes, season 3, episode 5 of the JP Show. Listen, I just want to thank everybody for watching the show, for participating in the show, for engagement, for everything. I really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the show. Yes. Listen, guys, for everybody that's on YouTube, I just want to let you guys know I'm also on Anchor and Spotify. So you could go on Anchor and Spotify. Maybe if you're at work or maybe if you're in your car, you could just chill out and watch the show. If you're on Anchor and Spotify, you're listening to me on Anchor and Spotify, you can actually watch the show. Go to the JP Show on YouTube, pull it up, watch the show. Listen, let's get it on, baby. Yes. As you can see, I have a beautiful guest today. I have Miss Cat. She's going to come represent for the ladies. You know how I give it up for the fellas. And we're going to see whatever happens. We're going to have good conversations or whatever. So you know, guys, that this is a relationship show. This is a male perspective. Listen, guys, let's have a conversation about it. You know what I mean? So let's get into it. Get it off your chest, JP. Get it off your chest, JP. Get it off your chest. Let's go, baby. Listen, for today, for Get It Off Your Chest, JP, for me, it comes down to takers. For the ladies, for my ladies, takers. I don't like takers, Cat. I don't like females that take, and they don't give back to the cause. You know what I'm saying? The cause is the relationship. The cause is the building. The cause is what you guys are adding to each other, the chemistry, the foundation, the companionship. They don't give back. I know a female right now, every time that we go out, every time that we do anything, I'm always paying. Like, I'm always paying for shit. Like, we smoke cigars, we go out for dinner, we go out for whatever. I'm paying. Yo, literally, since I met her last year, we probably been out, let's say 6 times. Not one time has she went in her pocket and paid for anything. $0.
That's your fault.
No. Hold on. Yes, it is my fault. But also what I want to say too is that I watch. I let people kill themselves. I don't say anything.
She should be dead after the third day.
No, she is dead. But I'm just saying, sometimes when I just need a companion, I just call her up or whatever the case is. But
Call me.
What'd you say, Kat?
Call me.
But look, right? So it's like, yo, the foundation, you know, what you guys are building for, like, you have to, and it takes both parties. A lot of times, if a woman is just taking, and they're not giving back to the cause, a guy is going to do a number of different things. It could be like me and just play it cool or whatever the case is and just use it for whatever it's worth. Or he could be like, yo, like, he could say something about it. And if he says something about it, then you never know where the conversation go. But you want to make sure that it's like equal value, that you're bringing some. Because if you just take from the guy, sometimes you got a lot of guys out here that think that they're in control of you. You're their possession. So if you take it from him and you're not giving back, you're not showing no equity in the relationship and you're not giving back. So he's thinking like, yo, I'm your owner. You know what I'm saying? I own you. You know what I'm saying? I pay for your place to live. I pay for your dinners. I pay for your schooling and all this type of stuff. I own you. You do what I tell you to do. And don't dare say anything back to me. Shut your mouth. Now, how you feel about that, Kat?
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, that whole last part, shut your mouth, don't say nothing, that's crazy.
What if a man says, shut your mouth, Kat? I don't want to hear your mouth. But he's paying for everything. He's paying for you don't have to come out of your pockets for nothing.
Yeah, he pays the cost to be the boss, and then I gotta shut up.
And you shut the hell up.
Then you gotta shut up.
Shut up, cat.
But this is why I don't do that. I believe people should be evenly yoked. Friendships, relationships, whatever. You should try to be as evenly yoked as possible. Somebody will always put in a little bit more. However, you don't be a taker. I agree with you. The taker thing is a nuisance. Like, I'm not interested in that.
Yeah.
I don't mind paying for a date. Show somebody that you appreciate them. I appreciate what we got going on here. If we are building for something a little more solid, you got to show where you're coming from. I mean, now, at the end of the day, if you're not, then you're going to get in where you fit in and do what they let you do. So 6 dates in and not $0 out of pocket, yeah.
Well, it wasn't been 6. Let's say like 2. Let's say like 2 or 3 dates, but you know, other times.
But
it's
I agree. You sit back and you pay attention to how people move, and then you be like, yeah, I'm not. This ain't.
No, that's exactly what I do. Like a lot of times, females be looking like, "Yo, JP, why you ain't calling me back?" Or JP, like, what happened? Like, blah 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 blah. And it's because I have sat back. And I think I told some of my friends, we have a little audience today, guys. I forgot to mention that. We have a little audience, so you may hear some cackling in the background. But I told a couple of my friends that's here today, I told them about a female one time that she told me about, she was a trainer, but ended up being like a server or something like that. Or she was like in the restaurant business, you know what I mean? But she told me that she was a trainer and she was doing all this other type of stuff. But I just sat back and I listened to the way she talked, and I just watched the way she moved, and I watched everything. And then I came to find out that she really wasn't a trainer. She really worked at, and if it's okay, if you would have told me from the beginning, listen, I'm really just work at a restaurant or whatever the case is, I'm a server, and that's my job, it's not a problem. But when you lie, different things. So I sit back and I just pay attention and I watch the way people move or whatever. Because you got to be careful. We're in a time right now where we're at an age where you can't make big mistakes like you could in your 20s and you can get away with it. At this point, you want to be dating with a purpose. You want to be purpose driven. You want to be life driven. You don't want to be doing things and then, I get into a freaking, I get into some type of situation with a woman and it's taking me a long time and I got to get over all this. No, you want to be dating with a purpose. So if you're lying to me or if you're taking from me and you're not giving back to the relationship, then that falls back on me. You know what I'm saying?
But if you're lying about little things about your profession, that's crazy. Like, what's the purpose of that? Like, do you care? Like, do you have a criteria like, if you're a server, I'm not dating? Like, that's crazy. I'm just talking about, like, in general. Like, just be your authentic self when you're dealing with people. And either they're going to deal with you or they're not. It makes life so much easier. But we see people don't like easy stuff.
No, it's true. Like, be your authentic self. You don't have to lie. You don't have to fake the funk. You don't have to put on a show, especially with me. I would rather you be who you are naturally. And so I can get to know you naturally, who you are, in the essence of who you are.
And know if you like me as a person.
Right.
Because ain't no sense in dealing with somebody for a long time and realize, like, damn, I don't even like her. Like, like you, after a while, because you can only have your representative show up with so many times.
Right.
And then you let the cuckoo off the clock. And then you go like, wait a minute now. Then you're like, that's not what you, I thought you was a D cup. Those are really A's. Like, what's going on there?
Right.
So, like, start off what it is from the beginning and let's figure it out.
And that's what you get with, like, personalities. You get a lot of people that come with their representative in the personality aspect, and they start, you know how they do, they act all nice and all friendly, and they're like, oh, JP, what's up, baby? And then come to find out a month later, this bitch is some type of psychopathic freaking road rage killer. Like, she's standing up, I'm asleep, she's standing over me with a butcher knife, like, dude.
Because you were snoring.
Right.
Because you were snoring.
Right.
Like, nigga, I'm asleep. I don't know. Like, it is what it is.
Yeah, so like, getting back to what I was saying before with the take, is like, I just want to make sure that people, that women and men too, men as well, because right now men are takers too. But I just want to get back and get an understanding of when you're taking and taking and taking and taking from people, you know what I'm saying? It could lead in a whole different other type of way. And people sometimes sit back and watch and see your moves. You want to make sure you're adding equity to the relationship. Yo, Cat. Yo, Cat. Get it off your chest, Cat. Get it off your chest, baby. Let's go.
Let's get it off my chest. This dating scene is doo-doo.
Ooh, not doo-doo.
It's crazy, right? So, I've only been back in this dating scene maybe, I'm going to say maybe a solid 9-10 months. Mm-hmm. And it's crazy. Like, these guys can't hold the conversation. You're going to WID me all day. Good morning, beautiful. Like, yo, take me out your rotation, bro.
Right.
Like, that's it. You get 2 days to say good morning, beautiful. After that, what's next?
Right.
Like, no conversation. And then it's like, oh, we go straight into a sex conversation. Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, what grade did you finish school in? Like, we can talk about politics. It's so many things happening in this world that we can talk about, and the only thing you want to get right into sex, like, nah, I'm good on that.
Right.
Like, I am a woman of a certain age. I know I don't look it though, but I am a woman of a certain age. Like, bring a little more to the table. Let's have authentic conversation. I don't care what it's about. Let's talk about your grandmother and her Italian cooking. Like, I don't know. I don't care. Just, I need conversation. I need personality.
Right.
Like, I don't want to carry all the weight. And I'm noticing, for me, because I have an outgoing personality, like, men are just sitting back waiting for, like, oh, so what's next? Yeah. They can't make a decision. Like, hey, you want to go out? Yeah, sure. So what you want to do? What you want to do? Like, nope. If you ask me, I'll have a plan. Mm-hmm. Come to me with a plan. Don't ask me during conversation, you should have figured out what I like, what I'm allergic to, because these are questions you should have asked before we got to let's go out.
Right.
But then I do get some guys who are after 2 conversations, like, let's meet.
Okay.
And depending on how I feel like I'll jump out the window. Let's do it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But you have a plan because you're going to tell me where we're going to meet.
Okay.
And I'm simple. And that's the problem. People don't understand. It's simplicity. Mm-hmm. It's summertime. You can have a cheap date. Mm-hmm. Especially women who smoke cigars. Like, let's get a stick. Let's get a bottle. Let's go sit by the water. Let's have a conversation.
Right. Exactly.
But I think men overthink it to the point where nothing is happening. I don't got time for that. This is the second chapter of my life. I'm moving, and I'm moving fast.
Right.
So when you said dating with a purpose, I'm not dating with a purpose right now, and I'm just dating. So I need people this is like speed racing. Mm-hmm. Like, we in the car, we gonna go around this track for a minute. I don't like you, I'm going. That's it.
All right, so I hate to do this to you, Kat, but I hate to do this to you, but the JP show, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Okay.
And so and this has nothing to do with, it has something to do with what you said, but I'm not attacking you or anything like that.
No problem.
So I said on previous shows that men don't care about your personality. Men don't care about conversation. This is the men that are here today. Mm-hmm. Men don't care about your personality. They don't care about conversation. They don't care about none of that. The main focus for men, now there's some men, I don't want people to be literal or whatever. There's some men that can get down with the get down, okay? But for a large amount of men, there's men out there that if you got big titties and big ass, they don't care about your personality. They don't care about your conversation. They don't care about They do that because, like you said earlier, representative, faking the funk or whatever the case is, because the motive is to get inside those big titties. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's the motive. The motive is not to say, I like the summertime breeze and let's sit and get our feet wet or whatever in the lake or whatever. Like, guys don't give a damn about getting their feet wet.
Then you know what? I'm not mad at that though. Then say that in the beginning.
Right.
I'm not mad at that. Like I said, I've been here for a minute. Mm. So the men that I'm dating are the men that was here yesterday. Not the ones that's here today. Those are the ones that's too young for me. Right. So if that's what your main focus is, get it off your chest.
Right.
Get it off your chest. There's a way to do it, right? Mm-hmm. You got to have some type of swag about it. Everything is all in your personality though. Because you never treat two people the same way. Somebody's always going to bring something different out of you.
That's a fact.
So I might tell him no, but But this other one might come with something. I'm like, nah, nigga, let's go. Like, it's different. But say what you want.
Right.
And say what you mean and mean what you say. Because words you can't take back.
No, you definitely right.
Words you can't take back.
And that's what I'm learning about the women of today, is that the women of today, even though I feel like they ask for honesty, but it's all bullshit or whatever at the end of the day, because I feel like you still gonna wake up one morning and they're gonna be just sitting like this right here, like, JP, what are we? You know what I'm saying? No matter how honest you be or whatever, they still gonna come, because for whatever reason, for women, they feel like in their minds their clock is ticking. They always got this tick, 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 tick going on. But I think that you're right. Honesty plays a big part in this era right now. And a lot of women, I hear from woman after woman after woman. Every woman that's came on the JP show just said, yo, why don't you just be honest? If you just want to smash or you just want to have sex or whatever the case is, just be straight up and be honest with it. And that's what we got to get to the guys. We got to get the guys to understand this, because listen, you don't have to lie no more, guys. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, Kat, they used to lie. They used to, you know what I'm saying, to get into your panties, they would lie to you.
But you also need to say things with a certain tone too. Like, being honest does not mean just like, let's fuck. Like, that's not being honest. Like, at a certain age, you can say it with some type of coof in class, and she might contemplate it like, oh, all right. Mm-hmm. Especially if she's already attracted to the physical.
Right.
Like, that's all you need to do. You just gotta, and I think men fall short on words. Like, they just, like you said, they want to get straight to the point and they fall short on words. Like, that dictionary is big. Like, there's words in there that we have never discovered.
Right.
Like, open it up. But you can even ask Google, Alexa, Siri. Mm-hmm. You need words. Because words, like, tickle your fancy. Like, I was just telling the guests, like, I like a play on words. I don't like a stupid dude.
Right.
Like, because I am a sarcastic motherfucker. So you say some shit, I'm going to spin it around. And you're going to be like, what the fuck is she talking about? If you give me that, I'm walking the opposite direction, because that means you don't have the verbiage that I'm looking for.
Right, exactly. And I think that this is one of the reasons why I have the JP show. The JP show is here because I want women to get it off their chest and tell men exactly how they feel and what they're looking for. Because with women, I always found out that every woman I've ever been with, it was all about stimulation. Even though I give two fucks about stimulation, I don't care to stimulate a person or whatever the case is. I'm a man. I do want to have sex or whatever the case is. But I know that if I stimulate this woman, if I drive her mentally and I make her think and we have those type of conversations,
you're gonna get the full her.
I'm going to
get what you want.
I'm going to get it.
It's all a game. Mm-hmm. It's all a game until you realize that this is your person. Then it's something different. But until then, we playing tennis. Mm-hmm. We playing tennis. I'm going to give you a little bit of what you want. You're going to give me a little bit of what I want. Let's make it happen. Because no, if you ain't mentally stimulating me, especially if the physical on the eyes ain't all that great, like, you're going to have to play with my brain.
Right.
Like if I can't look at you and be like, damn. If I can't look at you and be like, damn, he's sexy. Mm-hmm. If I look at you and be like, yeah, all right, you're going to have to do some work.
Wow.
And I'm sure sometimes somebody is saying that on the opposite side about me too. Mm-hmm. But that's where my personality comes in. Excuse me. Mm-hmm. I have a large personality, just like my breasts. So, so I definitely can bring a lot of different things to the table. Mm-hmm. You know, I bring my looks, I bring personality, but I bring it all. And you're going to figure out what part of it you want.
Now, let me ask you this. You talked about earlier about you're not dating with the purpose, you're speed dating or whatever you call it or whatever. So, give me a reason why you're not dating with the purpose. I mean, you seem like you're a mature woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you? Is it mainly because of men that you're not dating with the purpose?
No, it's mainly because in the past 2 years and a half, I went through a tragic situation. My husband passed away. So it put me in a realm of, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing out here now. Mm-hmm. So after being with somebody 20 years and married for 8 and one day they gone, I'm like, oh shit. Like, now I'm back in this doodoo pool of dating, and I don't like it. Like it ain't the same as it was 20 years ago. So now I just got to kind of figure it out. I don't want to jump back into something that I'm not. This is not really what I want.
All right.
So.
Kat, let me help you figure it out.
Okay.
I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you right now.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna help you right now figure it out. So, in 2022, men and women, but we're gonna talk about men. Men are not so. They don't really care about talking on the phone like that. I'm sure you can see that by since your time back in the dating world. Men don't really care about talking on the phone. Today's time is more so about branding. Most people are trying to brand themselves or whatever, get to wherever they're trying to get to in life. And so they don't really have time. The days of talking on the phone till like 5 a.m. in the morning, you going to work and you all dizzy and you humped over your desk and you can't.
I have one guy I do that with.
Okay, that's cool. But the days of that for generally is about over. You know what I'm saying? Now it's more so about, can you catch me on the fly? You know what I'm saying? Can you catch me? You like the social media is so big right now that you got DM. There's different ways, and I know a lot of women, they don't like it or whatever because the cloth that they come from. But this is just the way it is. Sometimes we have to learn how to alternate or alter the different things that, we grew up.
We used to.
Right. We grew up a certain type of way and we got to kind of like, they say back in the day, it was a term like you can't teach an old dog new tricks. And sometimes,
you can.
Sometimes it's really like that. I'm finding with women at a certain age, it's like trying to get them to adjust to like, the dating scene is not like that no more. Like just shift a little bit this way and you'll be right aligned in what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So DMing is at an all-time high right now. Video chatting, you know what I'm saying? Voice messaging, video chatting, those are at an all-time high. Those are what people are doing in the dating scene in 2022. Are you seeing that, Kat?
Yes. Video chatting, I don't mind because depending on location of people, like I don't got 6 months to wait to see what you look like. Like I don't want to do that. Like on these dating sites, like people got up things from 20 years ago. Like what the hell do you look like today?
Right.
I don't give a shit what you look like when you was in your prime.
Right.
I know you're fat, your titties are sagging. Like what do you look like today? That's it.
Right.
So the best way to do it is like let's get on WhatsApp because I'm an Android user because that tells you my age right there.
Right.
But so let's get on WhatsApp. I need to see what this face look like. I don't mind if you got the George Jefferson happening, but just make sure you got the lineup with that George Jefferson.
Right.
Like just be appropriate. I don't mind the DMs. I don't do though. I don't do the DMs. I'll do the voice. I'll do the video, but the DMs, that's childish for me. I'm not doing the DMs.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand. Listen, you don't have to do everything, but I think in this day and age, you kind of got to find the lane and you got to kind of, I ain't saying you can't talk on the phone. I know women, they love to talk your head off on the phone, man. They drive you crazy. I be drooling. I be sleeping. Yo, I literally be sleep on the phone and shorty talking. She just talking my head off or whatever. I'm just like, oh yeah, really? oh, that's how you get down? But yo,
you can do the texting. I don't mind the text, but don't what you doing all day. Like
yeah.
Man,
you gotta come with
what you doing.
Yeah, you gotta come with something more than that. You know what I mean? Listen. That is get it off your chest. Yes, that was good. I really, you know what? I really got somewhere with that. I kind of understood where you coming from, Kat, or whatever. And I understand why you're not dating with a purpose right now. 2022 is really hard to date with a purpose, to be honest with you.
To date with a purpose.
But let's get into the interview. Yes, we're gonna do a little interview with Miss Kat. We're gonna find out some inside. What the hell is going on in your life?
What's going on in my life?
You know what I mean? All right, so these are like kind of like, I mean, you answer them however you want to answer them.
Cool.
But I usually call them like random, not random, but like rapid questions or whatever.
Gotcha.
So, where are you from?
Washington Heights.
The Heights. All right, so we just talked about this, but are you single?
Yes.
What's the longest relationship that you've been in?
20 years.
20 years. And you was married, right?
Yes. 8.
I'm sorry about your loss too.
Thank you.
We kind of talked about this already, but what's your transition been like now that you're a widow and you're dating again?
That becomes a bit tricky because sometimes these dudes are playing in your face. Like, they take widowhood as stupidity.
Ooh,
Yeah,
now, give me more.
Stupidity and easiness. I'd be like, nah. My husband died. Nothing in, like, I'm good. Like, my brain still worked though. Like, they, start with the whole being sympathetic, and then boom, it's some other shit like, yo, can you pay my rent this month? Like, what?
What?
Like, what?
Really?
Like, are you shitting me? Like, what we talking about right now?
Are you serious?
Yeah, people do the stupidest shit like, so who you live with? I'm like, man, I'm grown. I live by myself. Mm-hmm. You think I can come hang out? Like, oh, you met like that? Like, nah, I got 3 kids in my house. We good.
Right.
And they girls, so you can't come nowhere by this door. I'm sorry.
And I talk about that in some of the episodes about men just trying to get through the door and get on your couch or whatever the case is. Like, what?
I don't even got no furniture. You can't even. Nope. Right. I don't got furniture.
Oh, what's up with men?
I don't got no furniture. Like, you're not getting on my couch, no nothing. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna meet you outside.
But what's up with men? Like, they don't have nowhere to live. What the fuck is going on?
That's the part you got to tell me. like, I don't know. And in this, like, we in 22. Like, think back when, I knew, like, and I want to say, for just a lack of a better term, like, men weren't pushed to have their own. They moved from their mother's house to their girlfriend's house.
Yeah.
And then they move around.
Yeah.
Like, men weren't really pushed to make sure they had their own. Mm. But in 22, like, if COVID ain't show us nothing, have your own shit.
Have your own shit, yeah.
Have your own shit. And these men are weird. Like, I'm like, so now you want to tell me what to do? You want to tell me how I should be? Like, no. I said I was a widow. What about that said that I needed you to redesign me?
Exactly.
Like, widowhood redesigned me.
Right.
So that's the bad part for the people that's gonna come next. Because now I kind of understand what I don't want. Now, I might not be too sure what I want, but I know what I don't want and what I'm not tolerating.
So let me ask you a question. What is your mentality like going from being married for 20 years? I'm guessing this guy was the love of your life. And then now being a widow and just not having him there at all. Do you feel like maybe like has it affected you mentally?
Definitely. I'm just getting back to figuring out who I am as Katrina again. No longer Mrs. Kemp, Katrina. Okay. And figuring out, because it was a purpose back then. You go to work, come home, you cook, you got a family. Now it's just like, I got a lot of time.
Right.
Like my kids are big. So like, I got a lot of time. Like, I just look around like, so, which made it kind of easy to kind of start playing on these dating apps and stuff. And I'm just like, yeah, I don't got that kind of time.
Right.
Like, these people are crazy.
Right.
And so it just mentally, it just makes me think a little more.
Right.
And I'm like you said, I'm going to sit back and watch you.
Right.
And I'll be looking like, nah, that nigga eye twitching. I ain't I pick up on a lot of little things.
Right.
I pick up on conversation. Like, how many times you going to use that one word? Like, it's a whole mental process for me now. And I'm just like, sometimes I can be fun. Like I said, different people bring out different things in you. And then some people just like, I'm closing the door. We ain't even having no more conversation.
All right, so let me ask you this. What are some key components to a healthy marriage?
Key components to transparency. And you got to be willing to deal with it, right? Because once you are definitely connected on that paper, it's not easy to say, I'm walking away. You can walk away, carry your ass to the living room and have a seat. Or go outside and come back. You got to learn not to be so hasty. And that's who I used to be like, well, get the fuck out of here. Like, nah, it's over. Like, before we got married, I used to always say that. I used to be like, yo, why? Every time you get mad, this relationship is over. Right. He was like, sit down and relax.
Right.
He was like, go to sleep. Tomorrow's another day. So I like to talk a lot. So I used to have to take NyQuil. Just so I wouldn't argue with him all night long. I would take NyQuil so I can go to fucking sleep. Like, real shit. That is not even a lie. I was like, let me take this NyQuil real quick. So tomorrow we can start over.
You know what? I had I was looking online and I seen like this little message or this little interview Neo did with this. I don't know. It was like an interviewer, and she was asking Neo. Well, she was saying that Neo and his wife has gotten back together after they broke up. Whatever happened, I'm not really sure. So she was saying to Neo, like, what is it like, or how was it getting back with your wife or whatever? You guys had a nasty breakup, all this stuff, and so. And I'm going to post this maybe tomorrow or later on this week. He says, it wasn't easy, and we always talk about, communication is the key. And in some ways, yes, communication is the key. But also, if you don't understand what I'm saying, I don't understand what you're saying, then communication ain't shit.
Comprehension is the key.
But we got comprehension as well. But we got to actually listen to each other. Like
listen to understand, not to respond.
Exactly. And that's what Neo was saying. We actually need to listen. Like I sit down here, you sit down there, and we listen to what each other was saying. And I think like with transparency, like you were saying, I think like that's very, very important in a relationship. Being transparent, but also being able to listen to each other to take the relationship to the next level. All right. So, next question. What's an ideal? We talked about dating or whatever a little earlier, and I want to know from you. What's an ideal first date for you?
Ideal first date?
It could be anything.
It can be anything. So for me, it would be food. Starting, right? Food and conversation. Mm-hmm. I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to go to the movies. I don't want to do none of that. Food and conversation. Because I want to be able to see your reaction when I say things.
Right.
I want to see your face expressions when you're talking, because the eyes don't lie.
Right.
That mouth will say some other shit, but you be like, yeah, his eyes ain't say that. That nigga lying. So I want to be able to see your reaction, and get a feel, because even video talking with somebody, people be like, give me a minute, hold on. And now they got to go prep themselves in the back. Mm-hmm. No, when we sitting face to face, we going to talk. I'm going to see how much you going to spit across this table. Right. Like all of those things. Right. Know if I can be in your presence and how I feel while I'm sitting with you. So an ideal date is food and conversation.
Let me ask you a question. This is not even on what I have here yet.
Okay.
Are you, this is we being honest right now. Are you judging these new guys off of what your
previous? No, because ain't nobody ever going to compare.
Okay.
So before I started dating, I had to really, get that in my head. Like, if I do that, I'm gonna be at a loss forever.
Okay.
Only thing I do judge is height. That's it. Like, because I don't understand why everybody that's 5 foot nothing want to look in my face. Like, don't do that. Mm-hmm. I know I'm only 5'3", but I need to look this way. Right. I don't want to be like, what you said, sir? That's not gonna work for me.
Right.
That's it.
No, I feel you. All right, I got a question here for you. Sure. Have you ever taken a man out on a first date? Or would you take a man out on a first date?
Oh. So because I'm thinking about it, I haven't taken a man out on the first date. Mm-hmm. But I don't have a problem with it.
You don't have a problem?
No. But I think men have a problem with it. Because that shows me being aggressive.
Listen, you could take me out.
But because you secure who you are.
Right.
I get the thing that, you're a little aggressive.